On today's installment of Painkiller Riffs, we're taking a look at the one and only Judas Priest, a band that were not only seminal in the development of heavy metal, but they were massively influential on the aesthetics of the genre as well, whether it's the walls of Marshall stacks at their concerts, the leather clothing and the dueling guitars of Glenn Tipton and KK Downing, and now Andy Sneap and Richie Faulkner. It's kind of hard to find a band who have been as consistently excellent as Priest have been over the years. Even the albums they did with Ripper Rowans on vocals in the 90s sound fantastic these days. What I'm going to be doing in this video, though, is just focusing on 5 of my personal favorite Priest riffs. We're going to span the era from the Sad Wings of Destiny album in the mid-70s to Painkiller in 1990. And we have to start with that metal masterpiece that is Painkiller. This one is a lot harder than it first seems on the surface. From the double bass drumming of Scott Travis and that quick tempo, trying to play this riff with all down picking is up there with any Metallica song for me. So here we go. I'm going to start by trying to down pick Painkiller. All the way back to the Sad Wings of Destiny album now, and we're going to do the song Victim of Changes. This is a prime slab of mid-70s metal. You can hear the sound morphing from a classic rock sound into the more potent, riffy metal sound that Priest would make their own in the 80s. I love the sound of this as well. You know, if you listen to this compared to a modern metal record, this sounds so much more like a bunch of guys just getting into a room, cranking up their Marshalls and going for it. And the way this riff is played, especially with that hammer-on from the 4th interval to the 5th, could almost make it a Tony Iommi riff. So let's have a listen to the start of Victim of Changes. Screaming for Vengeance album, there can really only be one riff. It could be Devil's Child, it could be You Got Another Thing Coming, it could be the title track Screaming for Vengeance, but it has to be Electric Eye. There's just something about the way this is laid out on the neck. The intro track, the Hellion, and the way this song just explodes out. I remember the first time I heard it, and it was one of those whatever this is, I want to be doing it moments. So I'm going to have a crack at it right now. It's actually really hard to get those pinch harmonics the way Glenn and KK get them, but I'm going to do my best. Up, we've got a song that feels absolutely awesome to bash out on guitar. If you ever want to play anything in the key of A, it's hard to go past Heading Out on the Highway. I love that this combines all my favorite elements of 80s rock, where you're chugging on the A string, you're playing a bunch of dyads on the D and the G string, and then the verse is just a bunch of sustained power chords. This has my favorite 80s rock trick in there, where we're chugging that A string, then we take an inverted power chord, in this case a C, so fret 5 on the 3rd and 4th strings, and then we take the note on the 3rd string and drop it down by a semitone. This would give us the notes G and B. So we're going from an inverted C power chord to a G and its major 3rd. It sounds like this. I've used that little maneuver in so many things that I've written. It's all over our Ragdoll recordings, but it's hard to compare to the absolute sheer force of hearing Judas Priest do it in this song. finish up, some honourable mentions. Off the British Steel album, we've got Grinder, which sounds like a Judas Priest song if it was written by the Young Brothers. Sin After Sin album, Dissident Aggressor, which is maybe one of the first uses of intense double bass drumming in heavy metal. Of course, you had drummers like Ian Pace and Cozy Powell before this, but hearing a young Simon Phillips absolutely pummel those double bass pedals on that, along with the guitar riff, is pretty epic. And finally, another signature Priest move that you hear in songs like Some Heads Are Gonna Roll or Turbo Lover is taking a power chord, like in this case an E5, and then raising the top note by a semitone. That actually gives you, in this case, a slash chord. This is a C with an E bass. Don't worry about the name so much. You can hear this sound not only in Judas Priest, but Racer X, Queensryche, Dokken, Rat, so many bands from that era, and bands continue to use it today. It sounds like this. But for so many of us, the song that got us hooked on Judas Priest, and this is certainly true of a 14-year-old Leon when he got the British Steel album in his hands, is Breaking the Law. And I love the way they change up the ending ever so slightly by grabbing some rhythmic anticipations. Let's hear it. I want to hear from all of you now. Let me know what your favorite Judas Priest riffs, solos, and songs are. And if you like what I'm doing here on the channel, consider signing up to the Patreon for some exclusive content or checking out the music that my band Ragdoll makes. In fact, I'll play you all out with a little Ragdoll riff that I wrote, very inspired by Judas Priest. This one is called Foot to the Floor. Go and grab your guitars now and crank some Priest. I'll see you on the next one.
Let me put my foot to the floor.